Ooh, loco. So much craziness going on right here. I'm gonna give you guys three reasons why you should move to Mexico. I'm actually here in Cancun right now, walking around. You guys can see, and I thought I'd record this video for you guys, for you all who are thinking about moving to Mexico. Now, Cancun is probably the last place that I would tell you to move to, personally, but it reminds me that I think it's important that you know. And the number one reason why I say to move here to Mexico, the number one reason, actually, let me fix my camera up a little bit. There we go. I say that the definite number one reason to move to Mexico is because of the cost of the dollar, of what you can get for your money. So let me explain. Like, if you had to spend $1, where's a place you could go that could get you the most for that dollar? And most not meaning the most things. You go into a dollar store and get a lot, but the most quality things. And I can't help but think of Mexico for the quality of what you can get and everything else that goes along with it. How you can be in rural areas in Asia, for example, but the quality of the roads, and if you need help, and phone reception and a bunch of other things, it's a little bit different. Here, the cost per dollar, what you can get, is pretty incredible. And when you understand that what most people are living on here and surviving on, and still being able to be in a place where you can get on a highway and be in a big city that just reminds you of a Western world area, it would be here in Mexico. And I'd probably say, here in Mexico by far. You can eat for $2 or $3, but you also can go to places and eat for $120 a meal. So it just really depends. For example, you see scooters. One that's really cheap, super cheap, really expensive. And it is kind of how it is here in Mexico. So the dollar, what you can do with it is pretty incredible, and still being able to be in a place where you can eat tacos on the street for 50 cents and have a restaurant next to it where you can eat for $50. That would be the number one thing. And the number two thing I'd say is the resources here. Now, the resources, when I say that, what do I mean by resources? I mean that when you're here in Mexico, you're surrounded by almost a country that doesn't need anything bought into it. So although lately I'm recording this in 2022, the prices of avocados have gone up tremendously. But other than that, everything is sourced from here. So for example, this is a little bit of a little mess here where I am. But normally, if you're in a little pueblo, and pueblo means little village, if you're in a little village, you'll see little chickens running around and all kinds of animals like that. And that's where people are getting their food from. So you're not having this huge markup in prices of food everywhere. So, which I think is really important. When you can build and live off of the land, it's pretty incredible. One of the spots that I'm personally going to be moving and building on, it's livable. If you never left the land, you'd have just about everything that you need. And there's plenty of land. There's plenty of open space. There's plenty of areas that you can go here in Mexico and feel just like you're back in Mexico 100 years ago. And I guess that would lead me to the third thing of the tradition. Like, it's very traditional. You can go to a place, okay, like Guadalajara or Ciudad de Mexico, Mexico City, and you can feel very modern. You could feel that when you walk around, there's a Starbucks in every corner. There's a McDonald's, there's a Burger King, there's a Fridays, there's a Cheesecake Factory. So you can have that feeling of like being in Western society. But if you go 30 minutes, 20 minutes outside the city, you see very traditional. And if you're coming from Western society and you've been feeling that nudge lately, I've talked to a lot of people and I feel it as well, of wanting to get back to nature, get back to family as number one, not working all day, all the time. You can find areas of Mexico where that's what it is. It's very traditional. Places where the kids are still running around the little cities with no shoes on, in their little towns and villages that they live in. And I think that's something that's really important, because that's something that's really missing. And it just reminds you to kind of slow down, reminds you to relax and take your time. And it's something here in Mexico that I felt. And a fourth reason to move to Mexico is because there's so much different terrainage. I don't know if that's a word. Different terrainage, meaning when you're here in Mexico, like, yes, you can be in Mexico and be in a trashy place like this, but I can also just go 30 seconds on this street here and everything is brand new looking. But I also can get on my motorcycle and I can go ride on my motorcycle, and I go past places that look like the Grand Canyon. But if I keep going north towards Mexico City, I get to a place where I'm going through deserts, where there's just cactuses and all kinds of things that make you feel like you're literally in a desert. But at the same time, if I keep going north towards Mexico City, then I just am going through a forest. And if I were to come back down south going towards, for example, Puerto Escondido, as many of you guys know, and as you guys have probably been to, all of a sudden I'm going by places that look like, I don't even know, like an eerie jungle, so to speak. And that's all here in Mexico. Like, it's sad because if you're coming from America or you're watching this video and you're from America, we've been kind of taught and raised that, you know, here is very dangerous, it's unsafe, it's unclean. Like, I don't know, they just told so many things that put me off of coming here till I just came here a year ago. And I've traveled to so many other countries before I even thought about coming here. This was never even on my list. And it's so not the case. It's such a beautiful place. It's such a place where there's so much to see. There's so much to do. The people are so friendly. And I think that more people need to come and visit here. That would be my number one. Hola, amiga.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás? Una pregunta.
Una respuesta.
Okay, es para YouTube, okay?
¿Me estás grabando? No es cierto.
Sí, sí, cierto. Sí, sí. Okay, pero una pregunta. The camera's not on you. The camera's on you. Okay, just going, we'll point like this, okay?
Sí.
Okay. Why should people come to Mexico? What's one reason that people should come to Mexico? You have to help me out here. I've given mine, but you're Mexican. You're from Mexico City. I've already talked about Mexico City. What's the reason they should come to Mexico?
Because we are the best part of the world.
Oh, big statement. That's a big statement. Okay, all right. That's perfect. You're not on camera. Don't worry. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Are you back? Are you coming back here later today? Or are you
No.
gone for the day?
I'm off.
Enjoy. Get in the cool. Get out of the sun for your legs start to. Nice to meet you. Bye bye. So that's my friend from. They are up here at the hotel that I'm staying in. They must have just got off. But yeah, they are the best people, and I feel like it's so much of everything. There's so much influence of so many different cultures here, and I think as I've been here and experienced it more and more and more, I realize like, oh my goodness, it's like a hidden secret. It's like literally a hidden secret. And I hate to tell people to come here because I know when I start to make videos and tell people to come here, that kind of changes everything. And then it kind of loses its magic. But I believe that it's still something that people need to know about. And by the way, this is the hostel that I'm staying in. I haven't stayed in a hostel in a very long time. This place is probably one of the top 5 maybe that I've stayed in with rooftop. They kind of have everything. So if you guys are actually in this area, definitely come and check this place out. Rooftop and bars all up there. But I definitely say Mexico. Like, I've been so impressed. I don't know if I've been to a better place where I could see as much and you go as far with my money and get high quality. You know, Indonesia, you guys know I lived in Bali and Asia and all that, but that's the problem with that is for you all for the people who are scared to go far away from home, that is a far trip. This place is so close to a Western world, which you have to take into consideration. Now, I'm not saying it's all about the Western world and you need to be all Western, but you have to think about this. If you were to get sick and you really, truly need help, you need to get back to Western society and you can't find what you need here, then here you are so close. You are literally probably, I'd say, you are a 2-hour flight from being able to get to the States, for example, to get some serious help. You're 6 hours from Europe. In Asia, it was very different. It wasn't like that. So it's just one thing to keep in mind. And I think that's kind of the main things that I say. And for you all who are moving here with your families, I get a lot of questions about families. If you're moving here with your families, is it safe? Because Luke, I have kids, I have a family. I don't know if it's Luke, I don't know if it's okay. And be careful, the taxis will scam you here really bad. Probably the biggest scamming taxi place I've ever been. But I'd say if you're moving here with a family, there's so many places you can see. There's so many places you can build. If you're thinking of moving somewhere, even just buying land here and building on it, you can build a small home with 2 rooms for literally about probably about $12,000. You can build a home on a plot of land, which you can maybe get that land for a plot of it is for usually around 50,000 pesos, around 2,500 bucks. So with about $18,000, you can build a home and have land. And you can grow everything on the land because throughout all these different parts here in Mexico, there's always places where you can grow things. So if you go to the south, you can grow your mangoes and chico zapote and all your kind of fruits that you love, avocados. But in the north, you can grow all the other things that don't grow there. And only within about 5 or 6 hours of driving, the temperature changes that much because of all the mountains and elevation. It's so beautiful. I'm a little biased because I live here and I love it. but I love to share things with you all that I think will help benefit you. And I don't think that people are talking about it as much. It's so, as I come here to Cancun, I just see so many tourists here, and I think of how much of the magic is outside of here. How much of the magic exists in totally different parts outside of Cancun and where you hear everyone else talking about going to. So on that note, I hope this video helped you out making your decision if you're thinking of moving here, giving you just a couple reasons of why I think that you should definitely move here to Mexico. As my friend said, because they are the best. Those are my words, those are her words. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I am off going inside. It is hot outside. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I'll speak to you later. And in the meantime, everyone, always remember to work hard, be brave. Whew. And don't forget to smile. Ciao.